Hello everyone! In this lesson, we will learn how to move our WordPress website. To be more specific, we will learn how to move our website from one domain to another, or from one hosting company to another. Because oftentimes, you will build and create your WordPress website at one location that is more private and that the general public doesn't know about. And then once you've completed building the website, then you'll want to move it to another location, like your real.com domain, for example. Now, if you've never moved a website before, it might sound like a really intimidating task or a really complicated task. However, if we use the right tool for the job, moving a website is super easy. So right now, let me walk you through the steps I would take if I wanted to move my WordPress website. Okay, so here's my website, and remember towards the beginning of the course, I used SiteGround as my web host and used the free 3-month student hosting plan, which comes with this placeholder domain. And let's imagine that at this point, I'm happy with my website, and I want to begin using my own real unique .com domain instead. So for example, instead of brads1.sitegroundedu.site, maybe I want bradsamazingwordpress.com or bradsharesthebestrecipes.com. You get the idea. So what you'll want to do is log into the user account area of whichever web host company you're using. So in my case, I'm using SiteGround, but you might be using Bluehost or DreamHost or HostGator or any other web host. But the point here is let's go ahead and sign in to the user account area. So if you're like me and you're using SiteGround, let's just use this top right login button. Every web host company is different, so there's no way for me to predict exactly what your screen will look like, but the same general concepts should apply here. So if we want our own custom .com domain, that's going to cost us a bit of money, and that's true regardless of which web host we're using. Now, if you're like me and you were using a free trial account up until this point, you have two options forward. Option 1 is to renew or upgrade your free account and your free website into a paid premium account. And option number 2 is to just create a brand new website and a brand new hosting account altogether. Now, when it comes to choosing between option 1 and 2, I would always just choose whichever one is the better deal or the better price. So within SiteGround, if you want to renew or upgrade your existing website, you would just click on My Accounts up at the top here. Here's the hosting account for the test domain that I've been using throughout this course. So option 1 would be to click Renew or Upgrade here. However, at this moment, as I'm recording this lesson, the better deal to be had is if we click this Add Services link in the top here. And instead of renewing our free account, it's a better deal if we just create a new account entirely. So again, from this Add Services page, we can use this most affordable plan. So we can click this Order Now button. Then you would just scroll down and finish filling out the form, and then wait a few minutes for your hosting company to send you a confirmation email. Then, within your new hosting account, you'll want to install WordPress. Most hosting companies will make that very simple to do. They will likely ask you what software you want to work with, and you just choose WordPress. Okay, so then that new WordPress empty canvas website will live at your real.com domain. So as an example, here's a brand new copy of WordPress. If we look in the address bar, we can see that no, I did not just buy bradsamazing.site.com, but we can pretend. We can imagine that this is the new domain I want to use going forward, right? So if I jump back to my old WordPress website, remember it was brads1.sgedu site. So this new empty copy of WordPress is brads2.sgedu. And at the moment, this brand new WordPress website is an empty canvas. So if I jump into my admin area and click on Pages, we can see that it doesn't contain any pages. And if I click on Posts, it only contains the 2 starter posts that WordPress creates for us. So the question becomes, how can I efficiently move over all of this content from my old original WordPress website? How can I move over all of my pages and recipes and travel blog posts and photographs? How can I move over all of that content into this new WordPress instance in a quick and painless fashion, right? Because it wouldn't be any fun to recreate a website click by click again. We don't want to have to recreate each page and post and reset each setting and upload each photo again one by one. That would take forever. So luckily, there's a much quicker way to do it, and I will show you that way right now. So jump back to your original website that you've been working on throughout this course, and let's jump into the admin dashboard area. And within the left-hand sidebar, click on Plugins. We want to install a new plugin, so go ahead and click Add New. All right, and from this screen, let's use this top right field to search for a plugin. And we are looking for All-in-One Migration. So here it is, the first result. It has over 400,000 active installs. And I can tell you from real experience that this plugin is amazing. So let's go ahead and click Install Now. Once that completes, then click Activate. And now we will notice a new option in our sidebar towards the bottom named All-in-One WordPress Migration. So go ahead and click on that. We see the title of this screen is Export Site. Perfect. Let's go ahead and use this menu down here that reads Export To. And if we click on it, let's use the File option. So Export to File. And then go ahead and click on this download link. Now, depending on the speed of your internet connection and also how many photos you uploaded to your WordPress website, this could take anywhere from 10 seconds to 30 minutes. But once your download finishes, you can go ahead and click the close button here. And then look within your computer's downloads folder or wherever you just saved that downloaded file to. So in my case, I will go into the downloads folder. And here's the file that I just downloaded. Okay, perfect. So now all I need to do is import this file within my new WordPress website. So over in this other web browser, here's my brand new WordPress project. Remember, this is the one where currently if I go into the dashboard and click on Pages, it doesn't have a single page because this is a brand new empty WordPress canvas. Okay, so right now what we want to do is import that content that we just exported from the old website. So within your new WordPress, let's navigate to the Plugins screen. So click on Plugins from the left-hand sidebar. We want to install that same All-in-One Migration plugin. So let's click Add New. From this screen in the top right field, let's type All-in-One Migration. Here it is again, the first result. Let's go ahead and install. And then activate. And now in the sidebar within this All-in-One WP Migration option, if we hover over it, instead of export, let's click on Import. All right, and now it's as simple as clicking this Import From menu and choosing File, so Import From File. And then just navigate to your computer's downloads folder or wherever you saved that exported file just a moment ago. So here it is. I will select that file. And be patient. Depending on the speed of your internet connection, this could take quite a while. But once it does complete, then click this Continue button. And at this point, we are 99% done. On a lot of web hosts, we will be good to go at this point. But if we want to play it safe, we can follow this one last bit of instructions. So basically, we can just click Close here. And then in our left-hand sidebar, towards the bottom, hover over Settings. And from the pop-out menu, click Permalinks. Now we did just import the database from the old WordPress website, so it's common to need to sign in again here. And it's important to point out here that you will need to use the username and password from your old original WordPress website, not the new username and password that you set up for your new site. But once you do sign in, you'll be taken to this permalink settings screen. What you want to do is temporarily switch to another option, and then scroll down and click Save Changes. and then just immediately set it back to whatever you had it at or whatever setting you prefer, and then just click Save Changes again. Again, that step is not necessary on all web hosts, so really I wouldn't even bother with that unless your website is acting funny after the import. But on some web hosts, it is necessary, and really all that it's doing is regenerating your permalinks. But yeah, after that, we should be good to go. So now if I jump over to the front-facing website for this brand new WordPress site, perfect, we can see that all of my content was successfully imported and copied over. So check out the address bar. This is the brand new Brad S2, and I can go ahead and use these links to jump to the photo gallery page. So I'm still on the Brad S2 site. I can click on one of these thumbnails. Perfect. So you can see that that plugin makes it very simple to move WordPress sites from one location to another. Now at this point, the core of my new WordPress website is running perfectly, but before we bring this lesson to a close, let's not forget about any third-party services that we are relying on. So for example, if I click onto the Contact Us page, remember to prevent spam bots from filling out our contact form, we are relying on the service named reCAPTCHA. Remember a few lessons ago when we first set up reCAPTCHA, we had to generate secret API keys that were tied to the domain name we were using. So in this case, because my new website is Brad S2 instead of Brad S1, the reCAPTCHA API keys are outdated. So all I need to do to fix this is log in to the reCAPTCHA service. So in a web browser where you are signed into your Google account, just perform a Google search for Google reCAPTCHA. From this screen, I will click Get reCAPTCHA. Okay, from this screen, you will see a list here of all the websites where you are using reCAPTCHA. I just have the one, so let me click on it. And now if I scroll down to this key settings area, all I need to do is update this domains field. So I can either add my new domain on a new line, or if you're not going to be using your old site anymore, you can just remove that and replace it with your new domain. So I could just change this to a 2, but I want my old website to keep working for just a while longer. So on a new line, I'll just say brads2.sgedu.site. All right, but you would use whatever your new domain name is. Okay, and then down here in the bottom right, click Save Changes. Now it might take 5 seconds or it might take 5 minutes, but if we jump back to our brand new WordPress website and refresh the contact page, perfect. So now the reCAPTCHA field is working on our brand new website. Okay, so that takes care of the reCAPTCHA service, but we were also using the Discuss service to handle our website's comments. So let's go ahead and tell Discuss about our new domain as well. So if you visit discuss.com and then sign in with your account, once you navigate to this admin screen for your website, then let's click this Edit Settings button. All right, and from this screen, let's look at this website URL field. Right below this field, we see a bit of text that reads, Changing Domains, Learn How. So let's click on that. And then let's use this domain migration tool. So let's click here, then look for the Next Step button. So click that. Okay, and now within this small field right here, just go ahead and update this from your old domain to your new domain. So in my case, all I need to do is update this 1 to a 2, but in your case, you would enter your new .com domain, and then click Next Step, and then click this Confirm Migration button. Okay, and now this screen does warn you that it might take up to 24 hours to complete, but in my experience, it updates almost immediately. So if I jump back to my brand new WordPress website and click on Travel, and then click on Trip to the Midwest, if I scroll down to the comments area, here we can see that example comment that I left several lessons ago. Okay, so perfect. That means the Discuss plugin is working on our new WordPress website. And obviously, if you're using any other third-party services that rely on your domain, you might need to perform similar steps and either update a setting or regenerate a key, like I just did for reCAPTCHA and Discuss. And that's actually going to bring this lesson to a close. In our next lesson, we will look at a few next steps we can take to continue developing our WordPress skills. It should be a lot of fun. Let's keep things rolling, and I will see you in the next lesson.